Hello. Nice to have you guys back. So today we're going to be talking about transitioning into estimating from whatever field that you're currently in. I transferred over from the Air Force back whenever it's right around 2019 into estimating. I've seen other people who transitioned from being an accountant was one, another guy who did like film and audio studio sort of stuff. I'm trying to think of if there's anyone else that I met that was anything that different from before whenever they transitioned to estimating, but I'm pretty sure there's plenty out there. I met a lot of guys that came from the military into either project management or estimating. And so some of the skills that you can bring from the career that you're in currently into estimating was a lot of the office stuff that you do. So Excel, Word, Outlook, which is just, using your email for different things that you're going to have to do. Any writing skills that you have, any math skills that you have, construction and knowing how it goes together, that's also useful, but that's if you have any of that knowledge from before you transition. And if not, of course, that's something that can be picked up. And being able to talk to people normally, like on a phone, generally is pretty useful because you'll have to do it every now and then as an estimator. You might have to, be in someone's face shaking hands, or just simple soft skills, people skills, basically, that you can transfer from whatever career you were currently into estimating. And then some of the things that you can't necessarily take over from somewhere else is also the construction skills, as I mentioned before, how you may need to learn that while you are an estimator and or at least preparing to become an estimator. Software, generally, you're not going to have any access to or any real good reason to access. So takeoff software, as well as pricing software, generally you won't have any good reason to know about either of those two, and at least to not have extensively used either one before you got into the estimating field. And as well as some of the project management softwares that I've used in the past that don't really transfer into other fields. And that's pretty much it. Like, my job isn't necessarily that complicated per se, and I don't think that there was necessarily a massive amount that I needed to learn, but it's kind of hard to say when I came from a construction background for the 4 years that I was in the Air Force and the 6 years that I've been doing the estimating outside of the Air Force. Like, it's kind of hard to say what I picked up on that time that I wouldn't have if I didn't have that 4 years of prior experience in the Air Force. But these are generally the things that I'd want to cover under this topic of transitioning into estimating from the outside world. And I guess a few other things here. So I'm not sure if there's any, like, I'm pretty sure you could get like a misdemeanor, but maybe even a felony if it's like non-violent or something like that, and come work in someone's office as an estimator. The salary is super decent. If your job field has a lot of time where you're working over 40 hours a week, then you can come into our career field and not necessarily have to work as hard. If you're having to work out into the field and your body's getting beat up and stuff like that, this is an office job. Yeah, just wanted to add those extras in there. And that's about it for this career field and thinking about the transition. And salute out to all of you guys coming over from active duty, who are thinking about transitioning into some sort of career field, because I know I didn't necessarily have everything worked out whenever I was in a transition stage. I was scared because all I had known was the Air Force prior to this time. So yeah, definitely a big transition for me. But I found a career field that is somewhat decent. Very, actually, somewhat is the wrong word to use. Very decent career field that pays well, and I get to be around my family. So it's pretty much as much as I can ask for. Check the description below. It has information or resources from me to you to get you to the level of an entry level, at least estimator, to be able to get to someone's interview and pass that, and then get into someone's actual job, sit down and start typing away, moving that mouse and clicking around and stuff. Also, like, share, and subscribe this video so that other people can learn from it and get whatever you got from it. And I will catch you on the next one. Thank you.